either 7 or 9. And you're seeing that again here.
На старт приглашается обладательница олимпийской лицензии на игры в Лондоне, чемпионка мира в эстафете, четырехкратная чемпионка мира среди юниоров, победительница этапа Кубка мира этого года Екатерина Курасина, Россия.
She could be a medal winner from 11. Now, this horse was difficult in the first round, but the score was fine. It scored 11.60. I think one of the things you're going to see with this rider is developing confidence. The horse is very awkward, likes to come up to the very base of the jump and climb over the top, you know, almost like he's scrambling over. No, she's they're rebuilding jump number 2. She had a refusal and a reconstruction that'll cost her 60 points. But she pulled jump number 1. Now this horse in the first round was ridden by one of the Italian girls and did a brilliant job of just letting the horse do its thing. The horse kind of throws its head up in the air, very awkward but highly athletic. So if the rider can just get in sync with the horse, she can probably go ahead and clean up this round. But you see the rider's just a little bit timid though, coming around those corners, and that'll happen with an awkward horse like this. She wound up in the hospital, if I remember right, yeah. Yeah. She does, but you can also tell she's very timid going in. She's brave to keep on going. That's way too tight of a corner going into 10. Now it might cost her going into 11. But the key to this horse, she's got to stay off the back, give the horse confident support, and right now you're just seeing the athlete not quite in sync with the horse, and that's what's costing her all these problems. It's a very athletic and eager horse overall. Yeah. Well, it stays in your mind for a while, and then when there's pressure like this, she's in front of the hometown crowd, it can really build up. And you see that sometimes it takes a few rounds to get over that. We've seen it with Adam Moroshi, who suffered a horrific fall in 2006 in Mexico, broke his leg almost in half, and he's come back and regained his confidence. It might take her a couple more years to get comfortable again now.
You can do the question on Russia time 1 minute 36 seconds. Last penalty 14 meters. Penalty 220. Wedding points 952.
На старт приглашается бронзовый призер Олимпийских игр 2008 года, обладательница олимпийской лицензии, чемпионка Европы 2008 года, триумфатор московского турнира Кубок Кремля Виктория Терещук, Украина.
Next, Victoria Tereshuk, Ukraine, or stoppage.
Yeah, and she's historically just been an unbelievably fast runner, and if her shooting's solid on a day like today, she could make up potentially a lot of time on this kind of course. She has, and she's gained some confidence. This horse likes to jump really close to the jumps as well. I noticed that in the first round. Only pulled 2 rails, jump number 7 and jump number 9. So she's able to keep the horse kind of confident, just let it do what it wants to do. A number of these horses are like that. They really like to get to the base. And if she just offers a nice supportive leg, let's see how she does on jump number 7 coming up here. Clean over 6. This is where the horse had trouble in the first round, 7 and 9. You saw it again there. I wonder if they set that at an awkward distance. We're seeing so many times that rail number 7 come down. Victoria doing a good job keeping consistent on the horse. Bad timing going in there for that particular horse. She got very fortunate that she just rubbed the rail, didn't come down. You see that horse just likes to come up to the base. On jump number 10, it looked like the horse was going to stop and then just bounded over the top. Very mature ride for Victoria. Can also point out the time. No time penalties at 1:18. Looked like she was going to go to sleep going around the course there and still nowhere near in danger of having time penalties. It's very easy time allowed, but it's all about the rails today. You know, she may start, we'll have to see the final results, but she may very well start within 25 to 30 seconds of a medal, and that's well within the range of her run. It's all going to come down today for her shoot. Now, this horse coming into the ring was ridden by Eva Trautmann from Germany in the first round, and I put down on my notes that the horse is like steering an ocean liner. Eva had big problems getting this horse to turn on time. You could tell she was trying to turn the horse, and about 3 strides later the horse said, maybe I'll go ahead and make this jump, and Eva blew a couple rails because of that. Hard for a small female rider to ride a horse like that. We'll see if and she's been around for years, very experienced. We'll see if she makes a good adjustment here. She's been to a few. That's right. And you see that jump on jump number 2 or jump number 3 was caused from the horse taking way too long to go through that corner. And we'll probably see it again here coming out of potentially going into number 5. Trautmann had a big problem getting the horse just to jump number 5. The horse is usually fine on the straightaways. And the horse almost didn't make this corner. That was a very clever corner for her. So a lot of rails here. She's going to lose a lot of time because of the rails. Already up to 100 jumping penalties. 25 seconds combined. Came way wide through that corner, but still was able to bring it back, get a good timing on that difficult jump number 9. I actually like the distance she took that jump in. Came a little too close, rub number 11 with the front legs. She's not going to be very happy with this ride at all. No, I don't think so, and she knows it. You can see the look on her face right there. Very disappointing ride today. Sometimes you'd be able to survive with that. Not today.
Участница Олимпиады в Берлине, обладательница олимпийской лицензии в Лондоне, серебряный призер чемпионата мира, Европы и финала Кубка мира Лаура Асадовская, Литва.
Next participant, Laura Assadovskaya, fourth round.
It may be. They may be timing it so they're not overtrained for the Olympics. That can be a difficult time. When I qualified for the Olympics, it was in 2007. I had an entire year, and it gave me a huge amount of time to plan my training, and that definitely came into it. Now this horse is like a fire-breathing dragon. This thing was on fire. Freya Prentice from Great Britain rode her in the first round, rode brilliantly with just 2 rails. But you see the big bounding stride, and she wasn't supposed to take that jump, and she didn't. That's good. And Laura, she's a small girl. This is not a big girl. So I'm impressed with how much control she's exerting over a horse that's extremely powerful. Yep. Now you see she's having trouble. Just a small rider on a big horse. I think she's riding about as well as she can. But that horse is just a monster. Oh, there's a 3rd rail. And you see the horse is just speeding up too much. What Freya did right on this horse was she kept it calm, used the corners, and you see Laura doing that here, setting up for the corners. And that's why she gets the nice triple on 12. I think she let the horse go a little bit too much after about jump number 7, and that's why the rails started falling. Her husband's not such a bad pentathlete either, at least he wasn't. He's probably listening right now, too. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And Laura's a small rider. She's strong, but she's really small. And for her, she was going to have to use those corners better and require the horse to slow down. And she did that after jump number 11, but it was too late. She had already pulled 3 rails. But Laura, watch out for her. This is a great course for her. This is a course for a small, fast runner. If she shoots well, she's going to move way up in the combine today.
She won the fencing superbly. She came second last in the summer. I think it's too late for her style now.
Probably is, but she's got an Olympic medal under her belt from 2004, so had a brilliant career already. Very consistent, very mature athlete. Just nails jump number 3, but that jump's not coming down today. You're going to have to decimate it for it to come down. Now this horse needs a lot of leg. Jumped fairly well in the first round. Only 2 rails overall. Ridden by one of the Irish athletes who's a good rider. Elena's a very good and experienced athlete. Pulled the horse in the first round now pulled rail number 7, so let's watch here and see if she can get it clean. Nice. And the only other rail pulled, jump number 9. She did a bigger corner there, set up, and makes it over 9 clean. That's the difference between an experienced and an inexperienced rider right there. She watched the first round, saw the horse didn't like the distance, and she made a very astute adjustment. It's not pretty, but she is being very effective. Only 1 rail so far. She makes it through the triple. It's going to be a great round for her. Oh, that's disappointing. And she barely touched it. She rode it brilliantly. That's right. And so I don't think we're going to see that from her today. She'll be disappointed with that ride. The second rail, I think the first rail she'd have been okay with. You know, they were playing that yesterday during the semifinals also, particularly in the combined, and you're so zoned out you don't notice it, you don't hear the crowd or anything. Let me make a comment about this horse. Heather Fell rode this horse in the first round, and this horse was tough. Heather's a great rider, very experienced. You can already see this rider's having an issue just getting the horse into the salute box, which Heather did as well. But Heather rode for only 2 rails. But here's what Heather did very correct on this horse. She kept her hands high, and she wouldn't let the horse dive his head down. She also kept her leg on it really hard. If this athlete watched Heather and learned from her, she's going to have a good round. If she lets the horse dive his head down, I think she's going to pull a lot of rails today. You can already see that horse wanting to dive his head over the jump. She's probably actually very fortunate that Heather rode the horse first and just almost going right through. I said it last round, she made a fool out of me. She said that you couldn't pull fence number 3. But the horse just dove into it. Yep. No, but she's going to, I think, have trouble on 7, 8, and 9 here. The horse is all over the map. There goes jump number 7, and the horse pulled it with his front feet. That's very dangerous. I think we're going to see a problem with 8 and 9 here. She's just not riding with the consistency or the determination that Heather rode her with the first round. Bad distance, I think, going into 9. She cleaned it up, and the horse did a very good fence. No. You know what she's doing, though? The rider is using the corners very effectively to let the horse sort of clean up going around the corners. Look at that. So even though the rider's not very comfortable going over the jumps, you can see she's a little bit timid. She's at least giving the horse the time to do what it needs to do and get cleaned up. Very inconsistent over at A and B. And almost off the horse, lost her stirrup and everything. Oh my word, it was not pretty, but it was just 40 jumping penalties. Wow. Yeah, she needs to give her horse an apple after that. That horse, you know, she did the right thing after jump number 11, cleaning up the ride in the corner, but she just was so inconsistent going over 12A that maybe she didn't pull B and C. That's right. Well, it is, but I'll tell you something. Today I like the horses. They're tough. The ride is tough, and I think in general we're not seeing bad athletes get away with good scores, and for the most part, good athletes are getting rewarded. Now in this horse rode for 4 rails in the first round, pulled rail number 1 right off the bat. So Layla's already got a good start. She also pulled rails 4, 9, and 11.
Finished 18th in the fencing, 3rd in swimming. It's always she's been swimming.
Yep. Well, that can happen. That's one of those sports where you just sort of go up and down and. Yeah, she's given the horse, I think, just about the right amount of leg support. Now, she was not good going in jump number 6. Let's see if she can make 7. Nope, and it cost her 7. I think we're seeing 7 come down because of 6. Now, that was a very bad turn around jump number 3 to get to 8. But a much better approach, I think, to 9. And that's a difficult jump. Just rubbing it's actually a pretty good outcome today. Like to see her tighten up the horse in the corner. Yeah, you see she let the horse get a little out of control from 9 to or from 10 to 11. That cost her the rail. A little inconsistent going into 12. That's why she had the rail going in. So not bad though. 20 points better than the first round.
Yep.
No time penalty, of 4 penalties 60, right points 1,140.
You know, the other thing, Adrian, that happens is these athletes are seeing each other 5, 6, 7, 8 times a year. More than that in the finals, I guess, maybe 10 to 15 times. One of the things that happens with fencing, the ebb and the flow, is that you learn a great new move, and for a while it fools people, and then after a while you quit fooling people with it. So you got to find some new tricks to put in your bag. And the older the fencers get, the better they get. Like Jelena Wróblewska from Latvia, they got a lot of tricks in their bag, and that helps a lot. Now, I'm not sure if this is the same horse. Anastasia Prokopenko rode this horse, if it's the same one, in the first round, and it was 6 refusals, rails all over the place. Anastasia looked like she just wanted to get out of the ring alive. I think this may be the same horse. In my opinion, though, the horse just needed a rider that was a little more confident. Anastasia just didn't look like she wanted to be out there on the horse. So with a confident ride, I think this is the same horse. I don't see why this horse can't get through the course just fine. Yeah, one rail there. The horse is a little timid from the... Whoa! Okay, now she just needs to calm down, keep her leg on the horse. Blown through 3 jumps already. And there's a crash. Now, I think some of this is that Pauline is just not that... She doesn't look that confident or quite frankly happy to be riding this horse. But also, when a horse has the kind of catastrophe in the first round that this horse had, I mean, 6 refusals, blowing through jumps, a rider that just was not comfortable on the horse, didn't instill confidence, that can be, first of all, mentally devastating to the athlete who rides in the second round, because you already know that your horse has had a bad experience in the ring right before you. And secondly, for the horse was out there refusing. Now the bell is rung. Oh, I don't think she heard it. She was standing there in the corner. You can see Kwanov there in the corner telling her to go. Probably the gentlest thing he said all day. And she just dove into that. You can see that's where now, this is where things can really come off the rails. You see her shoulders coming forward. She was looking at that jump. This is tough. When you know the horse isn't confident, you've got to still find something to believe in. Sit down. Don't look at the jumps. Saw her head dive forward there and look at the jump again. Yeah. Oh, that's disappointing in front of a hometown crowd, though. She's waving it off. She is not going to be happy with that, and especially she didn't have a lot of confidence on that, but when the horse blows through the first round, it's just sad when you have to ride a horse that's had that kind of devastating experience. Yeah.
Это. Точно, 100%.
Yeah, I think we could see 4 of them in the top 10 the way they competed. I mean, especially if Moiseev cleans up his shoot. He had a tough shoot yesterday, but boy, he didn't have a tough time in the fencing. He killed everybody. I did. He made mincemeat out of people.
And I've seen him not qualify, having gone into a shoot.
Yeah, Omar El Jazeera was in it yesterday. Yeah.
У нас такое было.
That's right. No. That was carnage. Now, Elena Shunov, of course, the Olympic gold medalist, is riding the same horse that her teammate rode earlier. And this horse went for only 1 rail. It was on jump 12A. Of course, it's a brilliant jump, but Lena's just going to have to sit back and let the horse do his thing. Lena's a pretty experienced rider, so I'd expect her to go around. And in 6th place right now, is that what she's in? And she's not that far out of the lead. Look at that.
She's won the last 2 majors. And also the
And you see the athleticism of that horse. Her challenge is just going to be let this horse do his thing. And that's sometimes the toughest thing you can do in pentathlon. You get these type A personality athletes that want to go out and control the 500-kilo horse. Not going to happen. You see her there just nicely getting off the horse's back, just like her teammate did. She's just got to ride like this the whole way. Good leg on the horse at the last minute there. You can see the form of an Olympic champion making good adaptations during the round. Oh! Let the horse go to sleep a little bit over 7. She'll be happy with just two rails, maybe even 3 she'd be happy with. Tough corner coming into 9.
She was very disappointed with her ride at the European Championships and said that although she knew she could still probably win, she was in tears. She really feels that she actually has got a ride. She's showing the horse.
This horse pulled 12A on the last round, so let's see if she can fix it. And she does. Horse jumping a little crooked, but the second time that horse has jumped 1180, Lena's going to be really happy with that. I don't see how that doesn't move her up today and put her in medal contention. She's looking up at her score to double check. I think she rubbed a couple rails, wanted to see if they came down or not. When you're out on the course, the last thing you want to do is look back. And as soon as you're done, you think, oh gee, I heard myself hit like 4 jumps. Yeah.
На старт приглашается участница Олимпийских игр в Пекине, серебряный призер финала Кубка мира Ян Маркес, Бразилия.
And I'll tell you, Yanni, if she has a good ride, this kind of running course is probably good for her because people aren't going to be able to build up too much of a head of steam running. So if she can ride 1200 or 1180, she's going to be pretty happy. This horse pulled 3 rails in the first round. Needs a good, consistent, steady seat in order to jump clean. A little too fast.
Поубегала туда, да. Именно такое явно не хватает.
Had a great competition down at the horse, or actually a solid competition, I shouldn't say great, down at the World Military Games. Of course, she has just done amazing things for the Brazilian program. Nails jumped 4A, came down with the first rider too. She's going a little slow. I said she needed a slow and consistent round. This is a different round than the first. The horse won the first round. I'd like to see her let it out just a little bit more. I think she's going to be in danger of pulling too many rails like this. That turnaround jump number 3 to get to 8 is a little difficult. She manages it nicely. And nails jump number 9, that came down in the first round too. Having trouble spotting her distances, I think. Of course, that'll go to Lena on the combined. She is, but with the shooting the way it's going, it's going to level off and... Lots of she's not a very big girl.
Jean Lopez, Brazil, time 1:19.3. All-time penalties, also penalties for the riding points, 1,160.
Yeah, and I'd expect if I were to make a prediction that she'll lead the shooting first as well, and then Lena is probably going to be ahead after that. Now this next horse coming into the ring had a difficult round the first time. Had a problem we didn't see that often. She was on jump number 2. So our next athlete coming in is Grishkova. The tongue doesn't work that way. Yeah, and her challenge, and I guarantee you for the ones out there to over this, get over jump number 2. This horse had 0 errors outside of jump number 2. 100 points on that one jump. I guarantee you what she's thinking right now, get over 1, get to 2, get through it, and then it's kind of smooth sailing from there as long as she keeps her head about her. And in front from the front of a hometown crowd. Oh, they're already starting to clap. That's right. All right, let's see if she can get over 2. Here's where the horse had trouble in the first round. Oh, and the horse backed off. You hear her yell, though. I love it. She gave that horse a yell, let him know he was not welcome to refuse that jump. Great action on it. She is riding that horse. The horse is trying to back off a little bit, wants to refuse. She is not giving that horse an inch. Look at her legs, clamp down. She's saying, no, you will get over that jump. This is the hometown crowd, and I intend to impress them. And jump number 7, clean. She touched it, but it didn't come down. That's bad distance, and that's why 9 came down. She took the corner a little too wide. Too narrow into 10, but got kind of lucky. Boy, this is a ride driven by determination alone. But I love the fact that she's balanced around the corner, she's setting the horse up for the lines, and then she's driving the horse through the lines. And on a horse that refuses, that's how you ride it. And that's why she just rode for an 1180, and the horse had 2 refusals in the first round. A brilliant ride. Second highest ride so far in front of the hometown crowd.
No penalty, multiple penalties, white horse, 1,180.
No, I think you're right in this kind of course. She was fairly well. I don't know how much behind Schönebrunn, but Schönebrun's of course going to do with the striking distance first, regardless.
Чемпион Европы в команде, призер 2 этапов Кубка мира этого года, Майри Спенсик, Великобритания.
She looks pretty good today, though, and that was a mature, brilliant ride. Now, Mari Spence here, this horse had a great round the first time. Only 1 rail. Just needs to be consistently ridden, and these British women tend to be solid riders. And I like this combined setup for her, too. She's another athlete that I expect good ride. Ooh, just terrible distance going into that jump. I think the horse cut the corner a little bit. It's hard to see from this angle. But she can ride it clean most of the rest of the way. She'll be in pretty good standing. And that wasn't pretty, but a very determined Mari Spence picked the horse up and carried it over the second jump. Well, I hope she's not thinking about it right now, but a consistent ride here, and she'll, I think, be in striking distance for a medal. Oh, and you know, I'll tell you though, that was actually a good move on her part. The horse was looking to refuse. Mari clamped her legs down, and she got the rail instead of the refusal. Smart move, take the 20 points and move on. I think this horse has been ridden twice today. First by Melanie McCann from Canada. I think this horse is a little more difficult than it looks. These riders are riding it pretty well. Tough distances, 3 rails overall. Mari shaking her head. She knows that was impossible. But you know, looking at those, she's a solid rider. Kept the legs of the horse nice. I'm not sure how much more she can do to get out of that horse anything. Yeah, it may be today, but again, with this kind of strange run course, you may not see it suiting runners who are all-out speed runners. She's a strong runner, so it could come back to that. Look at that swim time. She got second in the swim. To who?
209.44 and was second in the swim.
Yeah, to the person who's leading the competition. 208, 209, and yes, that's right, these are women's swim times. Long course. This horse pulled 2 rails in the first round. She'll be looking to do that or better. Nope, she'll make it through just fine. The trouble on a horse like this is try to balance. I actually like what she did there. She took the horse around. She's going to make it set up on the corner. That horse is trying to be kind of a monster. She's going to have trouble on 7. 6 has been very inviting to athletes, but they're coming off of it kind of squiggling. And that's, ooh, she is very, very lucky. She nailed that jump with the front legs. Yeah, I think if the horse breathes on it wrong, it comes down. This is another difficult jump, 9. Brilliant. She is, but doesn't look great from the point of view where she's bobbling around all over the place, but she's making this horse use the corners, and this is what makes her a great pentathlon rider. She's making the adaptations that she needs. She's using the corners. Now she's a little fast in here. I think this could hurt her. But she makes it through clean. 1,200 points. Wow, what a dream day for a young athlete. Look at that. So look at this. 5th place in fencing, 904 points. 2nd place in swimming, 209 points. 1st place in riding, 1,200. She's a young athlete. She may never have a day this good again. That's the day you dream of.
That's where she nearly went a little bit wrong. 1,200 points. I think that's only the second female we've seen all day.
Yeah.
Obviously, made a comment earlier on about double riding.
Yeah, I didn't like that. But, she did not look good. This is the difference between pentathlon riding and normal riding. Didn't look good, but she was smart. And any day I'll take a pentathlon smart rider over a rider who's technically better. She made the adjustments. She used the corners wisely. Didn't look pretty, but she was very effective. Yeah, and this horse had 2 rails, and boy, what a lot of pressure she's got now going into this, where the rider right before is breathing down her neck with a clean ride. Oh! Oh my word. She's got to let the horse's head out a little bit here. Got to find the right balance, use the corners more, your hands left, but 2 rails already, and she's only 4 jumps in. I'd like to see her again use the corners to consolidate a little bit more so that she's got a little more power and a little less speed going into each jump. It's a tough corner here, and she's way overshooting it. See how that helps or hurts her going into 9. Actually worked out okay because she got the corner kind of close going in. The horse slowed down a little bit, looked at the jump. Very athletic animal, clearing the jumps by a mile. Can I say mile on international TV, or do I need to say a kilometer? Very, very crooked going into A. Straightens it out over B and C with 1,160 point ride. Not a bad cleanup after the first 4 jumps, which were just devastating. Quite unexcusable sight.
Уважаемые зрители, сейчас видите больше мира, следующая, потому что у нас
when you look at the riding results, only 2 1,200 point rides today, and look at how far down that goes. There were 8 people who rode better than 1,100 points, and there were 21 who rode 1,160 or better. Ava Troutman in 22nd place in riding was at 1,140. It was brutal today if you pulled rails.